Hello, I'm Ray.
And I'm Jenny, and we're Weber Family Reviews. And today we're going to talk about the games we like to play in October, so kind of our Halloween-themed games. And we don't actually have that many because we're not much of a horror fan. We're not a Cthulhu fan, but we do have some games we like to play this time of year. I can start.
Sure.
So this one here, this is Munchkin, and we actually have very little Munchkin left in the house. But the Munchkin we've kept is all the holiday-themed stuff. So we have all the Halloween ones. We also have all the Easter and all the Christmas ones. And this is a great game to pull out at a family gathering. One of the reasons we don't like it's not a very good two-player game. And it gets to the end where we're like, oh, someone's going to win. But it's rather fun in a group setting, you know, at like a holiday gathering. And so that's the reason we've kept the base Munchkin, and then we've kept all the holiday expansions. So we always pull this one out, and it's really enjoyable for us.
Yep. All right, we have the reloaded version of it, but Run, Fight, or Die, we had the original, but one of the expansions, the cards weren't the same. It's kind of weird. And this one even came with a misprint that we got to fix on the boards where the zones are backwards. But it's a fun, you're rolling dice, you got the Yahtzee mechanic, and then you're killing zombies, or you're causing more zombies to show up, and they come after you. You get loot cards, you go till... You either leave the town, at which point you do points, or one of you dies and you do points to whoever's left. Whoever dies is dead, they lose. There's a mutant, big mutant zombie. It's a good one. It's simple, but fun. And the reloaded one, the quality's really high, and it's less grotesque, and it's got fixed a lot of stuff. So. Run, Fight, or Die.
It's a really fun just zombie game, and I'm not much of a zombie person, and that one's one that I can, because it's silly fun. So another zombie game I like is Zombie Dice. We have played this literally everywhere. We played this on park benches, and this you're just eating brains. But this is again another great game. You can pull it out anywhere. You know, you're stuck in the car. You can play this game. You know, you're at a party with a bunch of people, and it doesn't matter how many people are there, which is also really good. And well, you're supposed to play to 13 bands. You can set that to whatever you want. We have the couple of expansions, but I don't necessarily know you need the expansions. This is just one of those really fun, simple games that is always a good time. And you're just rolling, you know, either you get 3 shotguns and you're dead for the turn, or you stop. It's kind of that can't stop mechanic. You can stop whenever you want, and then you get how many ever brains you have, you know, or you can push your luck.
All right. So I actually like Betrayal at the House on the Hill. She doesn't, but I found one she does. So Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Mountain. Wow, words not working at night. So basically, it's Betrayal, but it's got a Scooby-Doo theme.
Which makes it all better for me because I am totally a child of the 80s, and I remember watching Scooby-Doo cartoons. And
it goes roughly the same. It's a little bit better for children. It's got less horrible things that can go wrong. It's smaller, so there's not as many missions, but it's still pretty fun. So Scooby-Doo Betrayal of Mystery Mansion. So it is just Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's rethemed, got a little tweak, but it works good.
Definitely. This is another game we like playing with the kids, and that's Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters. And this is just fun. We have the expansion too. And this is you're trying to go collect all the gems and get them out of the house before you're scared because there's too many ghosts and they come everywhere. But it's a lot of fun. The roll and move mechanic, sometimes it can feel like you're walking forever to get to the other side of the thing. But there's lots of... It's not so bad because if you shortcut through the rooms, usually you can get a lot of places. When you roll 1, 1, 1, him, that you can really feel like you get a little stuck. But overall, it's just a fun game. The kids like it. And there's you can play it easy, which you just got to get the gems out in any order. And the other one, you have to get on order, which is a little bit harder. There's expansion, you can do a little bit more. But even that, it's just a lot of fun. And the kids really enjoy it. So Ghost Fighting Treasure Hunters.
Yep. All right. Zombicide. Now, I have Black Plague. I played the original Zombicide. I haven't played Green Tide, so I haven't played Orcs. I haven't played Invader. But I like Green Tide, Black Plague. I like the system. It's fun. It does go long. because there's some setup time getting people up to speed. But it plays fun. It's a co-op. There's times where you actually are like, there's too many zombies, much like in Run, Fight, or Die. But this one just, it's an enjoyable romp. It's zombies. That's where it's at. Zombies. Zombicide, in my case, Black Plague. Rolling dice, killing stuff, and collecting loot.
Okay, and this is Legendary Encounters X-Files. And I watched a lot of X-Files in high school and college, and so I have a lot of nostalgia with the X-Files. So this particularly for me, this is actually, first of all, the encounters, if you played Legendary, the encounter systems are a lot more set up. And Legendary is not an easy setup to start with. The encounters are harder to set up, and the rules are a little bit more complicated, but it's not horrible. If you've played Legendary, you'll pick it up pretty quick. They definitely each have their own feel, and they're each different. The other thing about this one is this one's hard. Like, we've lost probably, we've won this. We actually won this today. It's the first time we've ever collected all the evidence. Usually we do not get it all, which is then bad for you in endgame. But that's probably the easiest we've ever had this one, because there's a randomness to how many cards you put in. And if some of the cards get left out, it can definitely be harder, and it's random what gets in and out. But we've definitely had some plays of this that we've lost pretty badly.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's good though. It makes it more fun. It makes each victory sweeter when you do. And we have won a couple times, but I would say we've probably lost and won this equally.
Okay.
So, and we played all the different characters. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy this one. If you like the X-Files and you like Legendary, this is a good one.
So I like Horrified, like the old Universal monsters, and we do have the new American monsters, and we were able to just pick it up. It's a co-op. Really, there's not really another way to call it. It's a co-op pick up and deliver to try and beat the monsters. You need certain things to move certain things to get certain things to beat the monsters.
What's cool is every monster is very different. And so it feels like it's always a new, fresh game. And since you always are playing a couple monsters, there's a lot of variation in there. Yeah.
So, have we beaten it? Yeah, most of the time. But when we do it on medium, on the normal difficulty, we have to try. We haven't done hard yet. We may have to try hard with 4 different monsters. But they work out good. I like them. Key thing is they're at Target and they're cheap. They're like $35 a piece. So it works really well. And I bet you at some point, Target normally puts some good games on clearance. So at some point you'll be able to get them pretty cheap.
And again, it's a co-op, so if you're looking for something to play with a group, it's a lot of fun because, you know, especially if you've got some competitive people, y'all win or lose together. So that can also be a plus.
Yep. All right, so those are the October Halloween games we have. We're not really horror people, like Jenny said. We don't have a lot of horror-themed games. But these are ones that have just enough flavor that it definitely feels like Halloween.
And you know, we like playing them this time of year. It's not that we don't play them other times of the year, but we make a point to play them this time of year, and it just feels even better this time of year to play them. So,
all right. Thank you, and have a great day.
Have a happy Halloween.